And boom, the market gods just came down with the freaking direct public offering hammer. And this is what we always talk about of why you want to be cautious on a stock that has been running up for multiple days, is totally overextended, and it's already past 10:30, because after 10:30 is usually when these offerings come out a little bit more. So right now, AYRO pulled back, I think like 15% or so, and now it's halted because of the offering news that just came out. And in the recap video that I just filmed, I'm talking about, am I looking to hold AYRO overnight, or is this something I want to trade overnight? And I say, I don't know yet. If we get a nice pullback, probably, but it really depends how AYRO closes in the afternoon. And right now, with this offering news, I don't think I'm going to be touching it. So just keep that in mind when you guys are watching the recap video, because that was right before this offering happened. Overall though, guys, today was really not the best trading day for me. I ended it green, but it could have also been red. It just, I was scratching left and right. It's kind of like when you're playing pool and you're just getting scratches all the time. It could have been a huge day. AYRO made some super nice moves from pre-market all the way till about 10:30, honestly like till 11. It was just really nice moves, and I was always just I was overly biased today because I was like, it's Monday, I'm not gonna push it, blah blah blah. But honestly, I should have been trading what was in front of me much more clearly, because it AYRO, I keep wanting to say that wrong. AYRO had the micro news, it had company news specific to the company, it had macro news, a general trend that was really hot right now, electric vehicles. It had a 2 million float that is really nice for spikeable stocks. It was between $2 and $7 today. It fits the small cap day trading criterion to the T. So again, I'm kicking myself in the butt, but every now and then you have a day like today where, at least you didn't drop the ball too hard because you didn't have a red day, but at the same time, it could have been one of those really good green days today. I just know it. So I wish today would have been like tomorrow, because I don't know, somehow I feel like I would have traded it differently. Oh well, whatever. Let's go to the recap now, guys. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, I'd love to see you again. Definitely consider joining the community. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to trade the market open. I would love to see you there. Subscribe and hit the bell icon too to join the community. Let's go to the charts now. All right, guys, so welcome back. Wow, what a total scratch day for me. So this is the new unlimited account that we started a few weeks back. Today it was really, we'll review all the tickers I traded today, but basically I'm up $7.99. This could have easily been, down $50 or up $50 as well. It just so happened to be only $7.99. It could have, if I got aggressive and I held a little bit longer and I waited for more follow through, I had a little bit more conviction behind my trade, I could have easily had today one of the better days. Based on our average position size, about $1,500 maybe, or $1,000 based according to tradejournal.co. We could have had maybe a 20% day, honestly. So maybe been up $200 or so, unless I got a little bit more aggressive with size. I just really dropped the ball a little bit with my execution. Right ideas, just wrong timing, or I wouldn't hold long enough, get shaken out. So overall, I think all we traded today was SOLO and MYO. No, that's not true. AYRO we also traded. Yeah, of course, AYRO. I got those mixed up with SOLO again. So let's quickly talk about these first two tickers, then we'll talk about AYRO, because I want to finish up talking about AYRO. Is it a potential swing trade today? Today was a really nice big green day, and oftentimes, especially on a stock with big macro news, in this case electric vehicles, tends to have a little bit more follow through. So I'm going to be looking into that as well. But very quickly, SOLO and then MYO. Actually, let's start with MYO, because this one was actually the first one we traded today. It had in this one, I was really weary of out of the gates. So I only traded it once for a potential red to green move. So MYO, 2.5 million float, US medical device company with positive brain injury results. Had a nice catalyst, and it was gapping up 50%. The problem was with MYO, it was pulling back so much. So this rally at first, 80% rally, but then at the market open, it was already down 30%. I really don't like to see that. And I always say it, if we're down over 30%, I'm very cautious on a stock. Anyway, we get a nice pullback here. I was kind of expecting it, 9%, bought on the dip, didn't get the perfect low entry that I kind of wanted. We had, entry at 0.36, not too bad. but I was expecting a little bit bigger of a move. We didn't get a full fill either, so this was kind of a weird setup somehow for me. And then we bounced back up. I liked it. We were at, about 4.5. We were up a pretty, okay amount, not great. So typically I'm looking for between 20 and 40 cents on my average position size, or return on a $5 stock. That's between $4 and $8, 20 to 40 cents. Unfortunately, we didn't break that kind of EMA spot right here, and then started pulling back again. Oops, sorry. And then on the pullback, I'm gonna drink some water. I've been talking all stream, so I'm like, I'm winded. So on the pullback right here, as it started getting a little bit weaker, I was like, you know what, I'm out of this. I wanted a quick breakthrough past the 9-minute EMA. This is something that usually happens very, very fast. And if it doesn't, break out or bail out. And that was kind of my thesis on this one. So I ended up closing this trade. Walked away with $2.75. Kind of totally ridiculous. But hey, we didn't lose money on this one. And that's the important part, because honestly, MYO, just kept on selling off all day. So imagine we just held this one and all of a sudden, we're down 12+%. That would be horrible. That's why you cut your losses quickly. What was the other one that we were just about to talk about? SOLO, that's one. This is another EV company. These companies have just been absolutely flying lately. And I think they might all be a little bit overextended. They might all be kind of at the end of their run, just like WKHS as well. So just, keep that in mind. You want to be very, very careful here. This one had a big high resistance here, 5, big support between 4.6 and $4. So I like that about it. The problem I didn't like is the fact that there was no catalyst on this Canadian auto manufacturer company, and their float 30 million, a little bit on the high end. So I wasn't really stoked about this company on any major level, but we did have a nice breakout here past 4, and when we were in this big support zone that we were talking about just a second ago, we did have a nice pullback here. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt because I didn't get this pullback. I mean, this is like one of those obvious setups that I will sometimes have like a limit order in place for, and then bounces up, right away. This was a pretty nice move, 11%. So that could have been a really, really nice dip buy. Eventually, it cracks above the EMA right here, has a nice pullback, and then, runs up here. This is the trade I wanted. This was perfect. Again, I don't know what it is today, just a serious case of the Mondays. I missed this perfect pullback here, back to VWAP. As we broke above the VWAP, we broke above the VWAP here. Whew, guys, I'm really tripping over myself today. I don't know. It is one of those days. So we broke above this purple line right here. And this is VWAP, right? That's a bullish sign. We have a nice healthy pullback to it and touch the 9-minute EMA. And then we continue this nice rally to the upside. So this is just, a really, really clear setup. These are the ones I'm looking for. And again, I didn't jump on it. So I'm kind of like, what am I doing? It wasn't until we had a nice little move right here where I was like, okay, well, we are breaking higher again. This is technically a nice little breakout. Let me buy the 9-minute pullback on this one, or the 9-minute EMA pullback on this one, which I did. We got a nice little move here, higher here. I was looking for the break of 4.9. We didn't get the break of 4.9, so I closed this position. Again, small scratch on this one. I wouldn't even really call it a win because I was looking for a break of 4.9. It didn't happen. I just closed the position. So we had a nice little bull flag here. We broke out of it, but we just didn't get the follow through. And then it had a huge pull off, so you had to be really careful. And then AYRO. Now this is the lead gapper on the day. This is the most interesting picker. Not to mention, it's over 100% now today. And also, it's very rare during the recap videos where we have a stock that's over $1 billion already. So this thing, I think right when we were ending the stream, we're at like $950 million volume on the day. Now it's over $1 billion. So this one is being very, very aggressively traded. Everyone's looking at this one. And there's a big reason I should have been more aggressive on it. We've been having a lot of Mondays that were just very weak. And I was like, okay, it's Monday, probably not going to get, as much fall through. Again, I was overly biased today. And we got really, really nice fall through again today. Or today, not again. But I always try to say, trade the market you're in, not the one, you think you're in or you want or yada, yada. And today I was overly biased for sure. So a quick little recap, AYRO, 2 million float. That is insane. This thing has explosive potential. we're always looking for stocks under 50 million, but ideally under 10 million. Those are the ones that really, really rocket hard. So AYRO fits that bill, 15 million shares outstanding, but a 2 million float. That's really nice. Let's go here. U.S. auto manufacturer company, and they just recently expanded their facility to 600 vehicle capacity. So really, really good news there on a stock with a market cap. I think this morning it was ridiculous. What was it? It was like 12 million or something like that, which would make sense because it's up about 120%. So the market cap was tiny, and then it just, huge day. Let's talk about the kind of trades on it just very quickly here. And then we'll talk about, where this thing might go overnight and, are we going to be swing trading it or something like that. Let me scroll back a little further. So, okay, so here at 8 o'clock, this was a nice little breakout here at 4 o'clock, and we started rallying higher here. We had some nice pullbacks in the 9-minute EMA. I wasn't really trading pre-market today. I was a little busy with some other things. If you guys saw the NKLA video upload, we took some profits on that pre-market. That was a really, really nice little dip trade, very quick. Made like 7% on that one, so that was really, really nice. But I wasn't really trading pre-market today. I felt like pre-market, it was a little bit overextended. It had a huge run pre-market. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit more careful here out of the gates. Out of the gates, it broke from $5, ran to $5.40, quick little 7% move, but then it quickly pulled back. I was very weary that something like that would happen, and that's why I didn't really want to trade it out of the gates. I felt like there was a really, really good chance that it's going to be very choppy open and that, it might have a flash pullback. So that was the reason I didn't trade it. But eventually, we formed this first bull flag candle right here. And this, looking back, it's so clear and it's so obvious. I'm just like, why did I mess this one up? I bought the nice pullback here at 37. A little bit maybe too early of a buy because I was actually... Wait, hold on. I didn't buy the pullback here. Now that I remember it, I'm going to have to rewatch this video. If you guys want to rewatch any of my trades, remember on the live stream in the first comment, I pin it and I timestamp all of my entries. Just give me like, I don't know, between usually 6 to 8 hours after the stream before that comment is there. Anyway, we had this nice little setup here, and I think we were breaking higher. I would have to review this one, and I think I was buying the breakout on this one. I'm not... Buying the breakouts is not really my favorite pattern, and this is exactly why it doesn't work. I closed this one, I think for a small profit or loss. I don't know. This was again a scratch. And then we were breaking out higher here, and I was like, there's no way I'm missing this one, and I buy the breakout again. Both of these were breakout trades, and I think that's really where I dropped the ball because I'm a much better pullback trader. To me, I like the risk reward. I like the kind of your kind of max risk in terms of, your stop. So if we start breaking below this 518, I get out very quickly. With breakouts, it's a little bit more, it's not my bread and butter strategy, so I don't feel as comfortable. And when I bought this kind of breakout here at 5.35, we started pulling back again. And I was like, oh, okay, this breakout, isn't really doing it. So I'm going to close my trade. And then 15-20 seconds later, this thing has the nice breakout. So I'm just like, oh, that was the trade I wanted. Then eventually we have a nice little pullback here. I bought the dip on it, but it kept on selling off. I closed this position. Then we had another dip here. This one actually looks not too good, but this was actually one of the nicer trades on the day. On this one, I think we made like 1.5% or so. It was a pretty sweet little dip buy. I was looking for this one to go closer to 9-minute EMA. I was looking, like I say, for that at least 20 cents a share, but it was very, very weak bounce, so I closed that position. I always say, weak bounces, you don't want to stick around. AYRO, in this area, again, I missed this dip buy. The breakouts here, though, was just this is a pullback. I missed this pullback. Look how sketchy, though, the breakouts are on this one. You have a nice breakout here, but it pulls back again. You have a breakout here, it's very choppy. Breakout here, it's very choppy. This one even breaks the low of this candle. So this whole move right here, I would have definitely got chopped out. Very kind of tricky. Eventually, I try to buy the breakout again here at 6.18. I literally buy into the breakout near the high, and then it pulls back a little bit. I get chopped out of this one, take this small loss on this one. So I'm just like, oh my God, AYRO. This is probably the choppiest, worst trading I've done in a while. Sometimes you get a red day, or you buy the breakout and it pulls back and you have to close for a bigger loss, whatever, things like that happen. But just this constantly stumbling over myself was really annoying on AYRO today. I'm not super beaten up about it because somehow I didn't end the day red, which could have easily happened the way I was trading today. But at the same time, you know, AYRO had some big potential day trading in the market open. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely dropped the ball on AYRO. And I think a really big kind of lesson on this one, 100%, the go-to lesson would be, you know, AYRO, like I said this pre-market, like almost perfectly verbatim, like 2 million float, exactly what we're looking for. It has micro news with the expansion. It has macro news. EV companies have been absolutely exploding. You know, this is a hot one. I was just a little bit too hesitant trading. I don't know, on a Monday, I was like, okay, we're probably not going to get the nicest fall through. I had like this weird theory in my head, and that affected my trading today. I should have really been focused on what was in front of us, because this one had so much volume today. Yeah, I was just crazy. Let's go to the long-term chart and kind of talk about this one a little bit more. So it looks like we IPO'd here, or this one, it might have been the merge IPO. I'd have to look into this one a little bit. But AYRO as a ticker kind of started here sometime in 2018, February. It's hard to say here. Let's see, February, beginning of February sometime. Maybe end of January even. And then it's been pulling back. And then it was kind of in this area, and it looked like it was probably going to die. It probably got a few alerts from the NASDAQ because it was trading under $1. And you know, if a stock is trading under $1, then it does not meet the NASDAQ requirements, so it can get delisted. And that's why you have stocks doing reverse splits and whatnot. Eventually, it starts coming out with news, pops up higher here, kind of consolidates. I like the fact that it never pulled back too hard here. It held the 9-minute EMA very well, 2.5 big time support, and now it's breaking higher here. Really, really good bullish signs. And we have some big resistance at $10. So who knows? We could see this at $9.50, at $10, maybe even today. And then we have another big zone here at like 10.50. It seems like the 50 zones on this one are quite substantial. Actually, 11.11. So yeah, make a wish. Hopefully it gets to 11.11 if you guys are swing trading it. How will I be trading this one? So what I like to do, and there's a lot of new people in the stream today, I noticed, and typically we're trading the market open from 9:30 to 10:30 is roughly my ideal trading time. Sometimes I do like about a half an hour of pre-market trading, and sometimes, you know, we'll trade to 12 or noon if it's really, really hot. This time, I was not really feeling it. I knew that I was making a lot of scratches today. So at one point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to throw in the towel, because I'm clearly not in the right state of mind. How I would maybe consider trading, let's see here, AYRO is, you know, if we continue to hold the highs here, I'm definitely going to check it throughout the day a little bit more. If we hold the highs at 6.5, or maybe even if we break VWAP a little bit, but we, you know, hold the highs above 5.5, I would probably even consider holding this one overnight. I would like to see it close strong though. If I did an entry, I probably wouldn't do an entry on a breakout. I'd be doing a bigger pullback of an entry. So something, you know, pulling back to this $6 zone, 640 or so, because there's big time support in this area. So that's what I will probably be looking for. I'm also wondering, like, will I trade AYRO with my unlimited account or with our $25,000 challenge account? I'm also, again, I'm not totally sure about this one. With the 25K challenge account, we had the trade on NKLA today. So this was a pretty sweet little dip trade that actually started Thursday. And then we wrapped it up today. So this was like a 6-7% trade. Obviously, it only says $40 here because it's only calculating the profits of pre-market from here to here. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet move. And this is exactly what we talked about in the NKLA video, that most likely, because all these warrants are coming out, this thing's going to drop like crazy on Monday. But oftentimes you have a little bit of pre-market action where you have retests, right? If you break support, let's say in this case, it's pretty much at $60. So we broke $60 support, and when you break it, oftentimes there will be one last retest to confirm that that former support is new resistance. So you can see that happen here. We broke $60, we came back to it, perfectly retested this zone, and then dipped. And then on a larger time frame, we also came back up, retested it again. So we actually had 2 retests here, and then before the big dip, I had a good feeling that we were going to break, you know, we're not going to break above 60 and then pull back. And that's why I sold here at 59.5 as soon as 7 o'clock hit, because on TOS, 7 o'clock is when you're able to get out of the trade. So AYRO, guys, in the Discord chat, I could post there. Let me know in the comments below where you guys would like me to post if I did a bit more swing trading. And if you guys want any more links, Discord, the Foundation Series videos, it's all in the first comment under the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. All right, guys, that's everything for this recap video. I'll be keeping a close eye on AYRO, and in the future, we'll also probably be using a little bit more Trade Journal to kind of show you guys how all the trading is going, because I know as we get more new faces here, you guys might not be aware of all the different things we're doing here. So I'll try to recap that a bit more as well. All right, guys, that's everything for this video. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, consider subscribing. I'd love to see you again. Join the community. It's mad good fun. And yeah, until next time, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.